Continuous improvement is the practice of making small, iterative changes to processes, strategies, or behaviors with the goal of achieving better outcomes over time. In strategic thinking, this approach allows organizations and leaders to adapt, grow, and remain relevant in a constantly changing environment. In this lesson, we'll explore how continuous improvement works, why it matters for long-term strategic success, and how feedback loops help keep strategy aligned with real-world results. At the heart of continuous improvement is the belief that no strategy is ever truly finished. Even the most well-crafted plans need to evolve based on data, performance, and unexpected changes. Think of it like steering a ship. You may plot a course, but winds, waves, and weather will constantly force little corrections. Strategic leaders continually adjust to stay on target. One of the foundational models for continuous improvement is the PDCA cycle: plan, do, check, act. First, you plan a change. Then you implement it on a small scale. Next, you check the results using measurable outcomes. Finally, you act by adapting, scaling, or discarding the change based on the evidence. This loop supports learning and reduces the risk of large-scale implementation failures. Strategic feedback loops are built into this cycle. These are systems that gather, process, and react to data or input from stakeholders. For instance, after launching a new customer-facing strategy, a company might track feedback from users, frontline employees, or performance metrics. That information can lead to valuable insights, identifying blind spots, or confirming what's working. To be effective, feedback loops require more than just collecting data. They need timely analysis and decision-making. Imagine a retail chain noticing a slow drop in foot traffic. Without a feedback loop in place, that trend might go unchecked for months. But with regular reviews and frontline insights, leadership can respond faster, maybe tweaking advertising, layout, or product mix. It's also important to distinguish between reactive and proactive improvement. Reactive changes fix issues after something goes wrong. Proactive efforts aim to strengthen processes before problems appear. In strategic thinking, balancing both is key. A proactive mindset often leads to innovation, while reactive actions help prevent deeper failures. Metrics play a huge role in monitoring progress. Strategic key performance indicators help you know what success looks like and when something needs adjustment. For example, if your strategy aims to boost customer retention, key metrics might include repeat purchase rate or complaint resolution time. When results drift from targets, the feedback loop kicks in. However, not all feedback is created equal. Some can be misleading or come from too narrow a source. Strategic thinkers assess the quality and relevance of input. They look for patterns across different data points, not just one-off incidents. That helps prevent overreaction to outliers like a single bad review sending a strategy off course. Culture also plays a big role in continuous improvement. Organizations that encourage open communication, learning from mistakes, and experimenting with new ideas tend to improve faster over time. When teams feel safe to share what's not working, strategies evolve in useful and meaningful ways. On the flip side, fear of failure can stall progress. Regular strategy reviews provide structured time to evaluate and iterate. These might happen quarterly or annually, depending on the pace of the business. During these reviews, key questions get asked. What's working? What's not? What has changed in our environment? And what should we do differently? These checkpoints create rhythm and accountability. Technology can greatly enhance continuous improvement efforts. Tools like data dashboards or AI-driven insights can help spot trends faster than manual reports. For example, customer pattern recognition tools might show that younger users are disengaging from an app, an insight that could reshape product design or marketing strategy in real time. Let's consider a quick scenario. A software company launches a new feature aimed at increasing user engagement. After 2 weeks, analytics show that usage is lower than expected. Rather than sticking to the original plan indefinitely, the team collects feedback, adjusts the user interface, and re-releases a refined version. This agile response, driven by feedback, keeps strategy adaptive and relevant. Leaders at all levels can cultivate the habit of asking, "What can we improve next?" This mindset shifts the conversation from blame to learning. Instead of pointing fingers when metrics go off target, strategic leaders ask what the data suggests, what options exist, and how small adjustments can get results back on course. Another key practice is closing the loop between teams and leadership. When suggestions or concerns are shared and action follows, people become more engaged in improvement efforts. On the other hand, if feedback disappears into a black hole, participation drops. Transparency and follow-up build trust and momentum. As organizations grow, small process inefficiencies can multiply. Strategic thinking helps identify where improvements will have the highest impact. For instance, aligning cross-functional teams or removing redundant steps from decision-making. Continual review and simplification can free up time, reduce costs, and unlock innovation. It's also valuable to benchmark. Looking beyond your own organization helps uncover improvement ideas. Studying how competitors or industry leaders enhance performance can spark fresh strategies. For example, a logistics company might learn from how a rival uses machine learning to optimize delivery routes, then test something similar. Lastly, continuous improvement doesn't always mean constant change. Sometimes staying the course is the right decision. The point is to stay alert and intentional, not reactive or trend chasing. Strategic feedback helps you confirm that your chosen path remains effective or guides you towards something better, if not. To recap, continuous improvement is a dynamic process that keeps your strategy alive, responsive, and effective. When supported by well-designed feedback loops and a culture of learning, it helps leaders stay aligned with goals, even in uncertainty. Up next, we'll look at emerging trends in measuring strategy and how future-facing tools can further strengthen your strategic decision-making.